30 years ago, Dan Markoff laid eyes on an 1875 steam locomotive in a state of disrepair. Dan didn't know it then, but he was about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime.
This is 440, known as an American Standard locomotive. That's 4 leading trucks, 4 driving wheels, and no trailing trucks. It was very popular back in the 19th century, and that's because it could take a rough track, and we had a lot of rough track. It ran here in Nevada from 1875 until 1901. And then it was sold to Sierra Nevada Wooden Lumber Company. They converted it to burn oil, and it lost all its finish that you see here. After that, in about 1939, they closed down the railroad, sent everything to the scrapyard in San Francisco, and it was noticed by a gentleman named Gerald Best, who was a sound man at Warner Brothers at the time. He was also a rail historian. He knew they were looking for an engine for their movies. He called them up, and next thing you know, off it went down to Hollywood.
Eureka debuted in the movie Torrid Zone with James Cagney, Pat O'Brien, and Andy Devine. The adventure film was distributed by Warner Brothers in 1940. After that, the locomotive went on to make many appearances, including Ken Burns' documentary, The West. Well, what happened after its stint in Hollywood?
Well, it was bought by the old Tucson Corporation out of Tucson, Arizona, and they were building a place up here called Old Vegas. And my wife was dragging me out to Boulder City for a arts and crafts show, and I was not happy about that. You know, arts and crafts. So on the way out, I said, let's stop in at Old Vegas and get a margarita. And we did, and there was the locomotive with a burnt building collapsed over the top of it. I asked the security guard, I said, how long has it been like this? And he said, a year. And I said, nobody's even taken the timbers off of it? He said, nope. And a little bell went off in my head, said, you know, if nobody else cares for it, maybe I can do something with it. And that was the beginning.
The year was 1986. Dan brought Eureka home, and with the help of his dad, wife, and a handful of good friends, he spent the next 6 years bringing this 22-karat gold-painted locomotive to its original glory.